The very first one in this one is that we are going to talk about the configuration management tool. Now, configuration management tool is one of the most important tool in the DevOps world. It's something using which you will be able to manage the configuration items on one or multiple environments. Now, usually these configurations are the server-based configurations, the settings, the configuration files, and other aspects. But if you feel like you want to use this configuration management tool for the application, for the software application deployment, or doing the software installation, even for that task also we can use the configuration management tool. So configuration management tool not only covers the server or the infrastructure related aspect or configuration, but it also handles very easily the software related configurations also over here. Not only that it handles the configuration, it also comes or brings in the standardization. Standardization is something which is very important, because when we are doing something automatically, and if we are not keeping the standards, if we are not keeping the implementation in a very standard mechanism, it's going to give all the time a different attributes and different outputs. So this is the difference between a manual efforts, because the moment you go for a manual efforts, you may not know like what will be the outcome. It could be a possibility that due to a small wrong command, you may get a totally different output, a different response there. But at the same time, if you feel like, okay, you are going for the configurations, if you're going to proceed further with the automation, so automation will be definitely helping up to implement to have that particular setup done there. So that's also one of the benefits which you're going to get over here. Also, these automations or these configuration management tools, they actually helps a lot to do the things in a less duration of time. The overall time taken, the time activity which is being recorded over here is going to be quite reduced here. Because in manually, of course, you're going to take a huge amount of time to manage some configurations to perform some activity. But when it comes to the automation, when it comes to the configuration management tool, it's going to help you to do that the similar task which you did earlier manually in less duration of time. That's the reason why overall organizations are moving towards the automation, and this one is specifically from the infrastructure for the server perspective here. There are a variety of configuration management tools which is available in the market. SolarWinds Server Configuration Monitor, CF Engine Configuration Tool, Puppet, Chef, Ansible, SaltStack. These all different configuration management tools are available there. Some of these are the open source, some of these are the enterprise, the exclusive paid tools over here. But yes, all of these are something which can handle the configurations very easily. Now, when it comes to the configuration management tool, what is the generic approach here? The generic approach about the configuration management tool is that it actually works in such a way that you will be having a single provisional tool. You can call it as a master, manager, or different names you can put up on this one here. So you have a provisioner tool which is available there, which is going to be considered as a manager or a master node. And then of course you will be having other different node machines or different servers which is available there. So these are, you can say, as in particular slave machines or the worker nodes, where actually the provisioner tool is going to do the changes. So in this one also you can see here that the particular respective nodes are having the provisioner agent available there. Whatever the tools you are trying to implement, so corresponding tool agents will be deployed on these all different servers. These can be on-premises infrastructure, these can be public cloud, these can be private cloud. It can be anything over here. But yes, agents are the one which is responsible for communicating or pulling up the instructions from the provisioning tool. That's a kind of a work which will be done, which will be achieved by the agent over here in this scenario, in this diagram. So that's the overall approach how a configuration management tool really works. One thing which is very important is that if something happens to this agent, there will be no connectivity between the provisioner tool and the virtual machine here, which means like in that case there will be a huge disconnect and we will not be able to manage any configurations over here. So you need to make sure that these particular agents should always be up and running. Then only you will be able to get the desired output over here.